Ask Tom on Home Show.
Roy from Tomball has a question about a moldy closet.
Yeah, this started happening in the past 6 months, Tom, and it's kind of small here on the screen, but if you look in there, you can see all the spots growing on the wall, right? Roy writes, we have 3 upstairs closets with mold forming on the ceiling and upper walls. In fact, let me go back to that picture second, because he sent another one here. Let me show you this other picture he sent us here. You can see here that it's going on in another closet as well. He says,
I see it.
2 of these closets have walls in them that join to a bathroom, and the third does not. There are no roof leaks to be found. We've used damp rid products that remove a fair amount of moisture. What could be causing this, Tom, and what are your recommendations for getting it right?
I think the closets need to be acclimated. They probably are fairly large. I've seen this even in my own house. I had a closet I had to deal with this. The door was cut too tight to the floor, so there wasn't enough airflow in there. And I had a part of the attic that wasn't insulated. When I had my attic re-insulated, we had to move some insulation around to make sure there wasn't a hot attic against a cold sheetrock area with no airflow. Pretty common. So it's not a big dangerous thing. You need to clean it up. You need to, seal it. I'd seal it with a pigmented shellac, and then I'd paint it the color that it probably was when it was started. So paint the closet, little closet rehab, not a big deal. And then I would see what kind of airflow you have. If the doors are closing really tight and you don't have about a full inch of space between, let's say, the top of the carpet or the tile, whatever the finished floor is, and the bottom of the floor, so you see a gap and it's not real tight. And that's what happened in my closet. It was down on the carpet. No airflow is getting in there. So you need to get a little airflow in there if you can. There's other ways to handle this too, that are a little more extreme, like leaving a light on all the time with an incandescent bulb, if you can still find them. That creates a little heat. That helps. Or in some big closets like we're doing now in most homes, and they did it in mine, this happens to be a smaller closet in my case, you can put an air conditioner register in that closet, and if it's have attic access to the backside and you have your ductwork up there, it's actually pretty simple to do, just a little bit of air, and that helps it out a lot also. And also go into the attic where you have any exposure to the attic floor and make sure it's all insulated well and the insulation hasn't pulled away. So you have a couple of different things you need to do, but it's not a serious problem. It's something you can handle in your own time, and a good paint job is going to help, of course, to clean it all up nice.
It's amazing that little clearance on the bottom of the door makes that big a difference.
Okay, let's take it to a severe thing. If you have a baby in the room and it's a new nursery, people want to get these rooms real tight so the baby's not disturbed when it's sleeping, because we know the babies wake up crying all the time. I know, I raised 3 of them. That's really a bad thing to do. It's best to leave the door open and let the air circulate, because it just makes a healthier home. In Florida, where I came from before I came to Texas many years ago, it was code, and they would look to make sure you had an inch clearance under every door on the interior of the house, no matter what it was, because a room will go into a vacuum and they'll become super stagnant in there, and it becomes its own mini climate. How many of you as a child ever had a terrarium? Close the bottle and see what happens? That's what happens in a closed room inside a conditioned area like that. It'll start to create its own mini climate.
All right. You want to have a mini solution to a maxi problem? Tom will help you out. Go click on that Ask Tom button at our website. That's HomeShowRadio.com. You can send us videos. You can send us written questions. Send us the details. Send us pictures. It helps us answer the questions, because Tom likes to do it, and so we like to help him. And we post a new one of these every day at our Facebook page, at our Home Show Radio YouTube channel, of course, at HomeShowRadio.com.